PayPal and subscribe. There is a war raging in the Middle East. Canadians are out there, many of them saying, support Hamas, free Palestine. And many of those Canadians, were they in Palestine, will be put to death right away. Many are gay, labor leaders, they'd be dead. Howard Levitt is a well-known lawyer across Canada. He joins me right now because I want to put the question to you. Aside from education, telling people that, you know what, if you were there, you wouldn't be alive today because of your convictions. What should we do, aside from education, to make sure that this kind of terrible misinformation is not thriving in Canada?
Well, first of all, how about lay criminal charges against the miscreants who are out there doing hate speech? Let's start with that. But my community, the Jewish community, is feeling very vulnerable, and we have to fight back. And what I've been advocating that they do is, and what in fact my firm is doing, is suing gay Fred Hahn, not because he's gay, but it's interesting and ironic that he's gay and yet he's supporting Hamas and supporting...
If I know Fred Hahn, if Fred Hahn were in Palestine, he wouldn't be living for 10 minutes.
2 seconds. Yeah. Yet he's supporting them, and
why
so
are we
is his
so
union.
Innocent in Canada that we don't see what's going on?
It's unbelievable. He must know that. But it's this wokeness that prevails over everything. And it's also the bigotry, the soft bigotry of low expectations. They think less of them than of the Israelis, or they have lower expectations. So we're suing Fred Hahn because of their treatment of Jewish members. Suing Fred Hahn and suing Kupi.
So, but in the 60s, when people were concerned in Canada, I've seen the history in the letters about all the Italians coming here after the war. There are some people who say, well, we have too many Pope people here. But, there's no one saying, kill them.
No one was saying kill them.
It was just, an opinion, and it was a mean and nasty one, and we got all over it. So, Canadians are not getting over this, Howard.
Well, we have to fight back. And what we're doing to fight back is suing the anti-Semitic unions, suing the anti-Semitic universities, suing employers aren't supporting their Jewish members, and hopefully...
What about media? Some of the media,
the
should be
CBC
sued.
is terrible. They won't use the word terrorist. Even the BBC is ultimately using the word terrorist. What is not a terrorist? I'm not somebody who goes and beheads babies and throws them into ovens and shoots women in the legs and knees. They can't resist being raped. They can't even get them into caskets because they're so distended by the time they finished with them as a group.
Then why do our politicians allow, first of all, these people to spread the hate, and secondly, to allow the CBC, paid for by taxpayers, to spread such crap?
Because of the large voting bloc supporting them, and because our government, our federal government, the Trudeau government, is more woke than anybody.
But what does that say about Canada? Does that not worry about Canada? If you say the large voting bloc supporting them, meaning these liberal officials, that's shameful.
Of course it's shameful. It's just a fact. And that's what they're playing to. The Conservatives were always very supportive of Israel, regardless of the voting impact.
Okay, that's enough. Howard Levitt, thank you very much. 3 minutes. From your comments, I know many of you appreciate the fact that this is where you can get an analysis that you're not going to get in that old school news. Canada needs more informed voters. Please ask your friends to subscribe, and don't forget PayPal. God, let's get paid.